project be so evenly distributed among the 6 geopolitical zones. In tandem with the transformation of the President Goodluck Jonathan, leave no zone behind policy have led to a plethora of projects, many of which are going on very well. Some of them have actually been completed, coming to a total of about 184 ongoing projects in the country. You see the division on the zonal basis. In the North Central, you see the number of projects we have and the project cost. In the North Central, we have 29 projects covering about 1,201 kilometers at a total portfolio cost of $294 billion. The Northeast, 26 projects with a total portfolio cost of $308 billion. The Northwest, 20 projects with a total portfolio cost of $188 billion. The Southeast, we have a total of 45 projects with a total kilometer of 1,251 and a project portfolio cost of $357 billion. In the South-Side, we have about 33 ongoing projects covering about 740 kilometers with a portfolio cost of $245 billion. And in the Southwest, we have a total of about 31 projects covering about $365 billion. Make no mistake about it, these are ongoing projects. They are ongoing, we've not completed them, but part of that portfolio cost have been met with releases to the Federal Ministry of Work, through the Ministry of Finance, through our annual budgetary releases, and of course, the Subsidy, Reinvestment, and Empowerment Program Fund. Now, talking about Shopee, the transformation agenda in the road sector have been largely achieved in these past 3 years of the President Jonathan administration. And there's no doubt that Shopee has played a very vital role. Shopee has ensured additional funding of road projects in the road sector in selected roads, resulting in enhanced service delivery. Under the Shopee intervention, we have 5-star road project, which include the dualization of Abuja, Lokoja Highway, the Kano Meduguri dualization, the reconstruction for Onitsha Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway, the Benin-Shagamu Expressway, and the reconstruction and expansion of Lagos-Shagamu-Ibadan Expressway. Beyond that, we also have commitment to build 2 new bridges across the River Niger, for which Shopee funds are also being leveraged on. So, in a nutshell, that is what we are doing under the Shopee. Now, the administration, President Goodluck Jonathan, understands the connection between good roads and bridges and economic growth, and realizing that government alone cannot continue to fund this critical national infrastructure as a result of challenges in revenue, the administration has continued to pursue the public-private partnership paradigm in delivering critical national projects. And under the PPP, the Public-Private Partnership Scheme, we have 2 flagship projects in the Federal Ministry of Work. The second Niger Bridge is one of them, which Mr. President flagged off sometime early this year. And if you look at that banner, I'm sure they should come to the screen now, the second Niger Bridge, what it will look like, and the initial work going on there right now. That is it on the screen. It's an iconic bridge, and to the glory of God, it will be the first of its kind in this country. The second project where PPP funds are being applied is the Akpakun Oshodi Murtala Mohammed International Airport Expressway in Lagos. But what you are seeing on the screen are the conceptual design, but I want to assure you that on completion, that is exactly what we are going to find in that corridor. Because for us, it represents the gateway to Nigeria for many businesses, businessmen, and industrialists who come into the country through Lagos. And we believe that it is time to showcase what we really are, because what we have in that place just now, though constructed over 25 years ago, has completely failed, and we are indeed certain that this is what it should be by the time this is completed. And I want to assure Nigeria, the picture you are looking at, sometime next year, this picture will come to reality. Let me at this juncture Particularly express appreciation to the Coordinating Minister of the Economy because of our support in our collaboration with multilateral agencies such as the World Bank and Africa Development Bank, where we receive support on transport facilitation, especially on the Nigeria-Cameroon Corridor, starting from Enugu through Abakaliki, Ogoja Junction, Ikom, and Ufum, the border with the Cameroon. That project has gone on very well. We've completed the entire corridor from Enugu to the Cameroons, and they will be commissioned very shortly. Beyond this project, I want to put on record that the Federal Ministry of Work continues to support the Federal Road Safety Corps in terms of capacity building and in terms of equipping it with the requisite equipment in order to deliver better services to Nigerians as it relates to safety issues on our road. Part of what we are doing to promote safety is construction of pedestrian bridges. Before now, you recall that most part of the Nigeria-Azikiwe Expressway around Abuja had no pedestrian bridges. So through this our collaboration, the Federal Ministry of Work committed to building 6 pedestrian bridges, being the first phase of this intervention, and that is what we are seeing at the screen. This will be commissioned in 2 days' time. They have all been completed. In terms of road maintenance, the Federal Road Maintenance Agency is directly responsible, as you all know, for the maintenance of federal roads across the country. In the past 3 years, a total of over 22,000 kilometers of road corridor and about 80 bridges of different lengths were maintained by FEMA. In fact, they've never had it this good since the creation of the agency. In addition, about 7,000 youths, including women and girls, were mobilized, trained, and engaged by FEMA and the Federal Ministry of Work under the G-Wing and under the Shopee intervention in maintenance. In fact, we are one of the few ministries, about 3 or 4 of us, that signed an MOU with the Coordinating Minister of the Economy on the need to recruit girls and women and train them so that they can continue to earn a living in our country under this vehicle. And the Ministry of Work, we are working very hard to actually further the gains of this program. We've just marked out a program when the CME and myself, 2 Fridays ago, we accompanied Mr. President to Republic of Benin. And we had a talk and we said we are going to start engaging the women and the girls on certain activities on the road. And we are getting ready to deploy in the 774 local governments in Nigeria. Because there is no local government in this country where we don't have federal roads. And we are getting ready. All we need to do is to give them about 14 days training. And we are done. So that in so doing, we'll be able to empower the women. Because we believe when you train a woman or you empower a woman, you empower the nation. Women, oh yes, is it not so? Train a woman, train the nation. Thank you very much. Then you also know that the Minister of Work has responsibility, supervisory responsibility over the office of the Surveyor General of the Federation. What you saw on screen a while ago are modern road patchers we acquired to enhance road maintenance work across the country. And some of these are also used in training the girls and the women in road maintenance. And the next slide shows mobile laboratory, which were also acquired for FEMA in order to test various road building materials. The Office of the Surveyor General, you know very well, continue to provide support to the Federal Ministries of Environment, Ecological Fund Office, National Communications Satellite Agency, Nigeria Geological Agency, Independent National Electoral Commission, among others, in areas of mapping, surveying, delineation of environmental and ecological related matters to ensure appropriateness of decision and to aid infrastructure development in our country. They continue to do this. The Surveyor General's office recently updated the street map of some major towns and cities in Nigeria, including Abuja, And not many people know that you can actually purchase some of these maps on their website. In fact, there is no single map in any part of Nigeria